What's your name again? I'm so sorry.
Lucas. My dad's
Lucas.
Sheriff of Tarrant County, Bill Waybourn.
Bill Waybourn. Okay.
Yes.
Lucas. So is that your last name? What's your last name?
Waybourn. I think my dad's the Sheriff of Tarrant County.
Name?
Waybourn. W-A-Y-B-O-U-R-N.
W-A-Y-B-O-U-R-N?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, so! My dad's the Sheriff of Tarrant County. Come on. My dad's the Sheriff of Tarrant County.
Is this Sheriff of Waybourn standing right here?
Lucas?
Inside the back there? Oh, okay. I'm gonna look at it.
You recognize him?
You alright, man?
No!
Okay, yeah, that's him.
So we can come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's his son.
Tonight on Accountability for Thee, a very special episode starring Tarrant County Sheriff Bill Waybourn, champion of consequences, motivational speaker on drugs did it, and part-time curator of Best Jail in America. Just ask him.
Of those people that we have in custody, we know for a fact that 72% of them are repeat offenders. So if we have to turn them loose or they get released, they're coming back to your neighborhood and my neighborhood. These drunks will run over your children and they will run over my children. And if that happens, I know that you will want, and certainly I would want for you, the full force of the law. If there is not consequences for your actions, then that is just going to continue to drive it up. It was the old criminal justice theory of the broken window.
Except when the consequences knock at your own front door. Right, Bill?
Can I call my dad, please?
Why do you need to call you? Okay. What's your name again? I'm so sorry.
Lucas. My dad's the Sheriff of Tarrant County, Bill Waybourn. My dad's the Sheriff of Tarrant County.
You know him?
That voice, William Lucas Waybourn Jr., the sheriff's son, arrested in Arlington, Texas on March 3rd of 2025 for solicitation of a minor, felony, assault on a peace officer, also a felony, and resisting arrest, misdemeanor. Allegations, yes. Presumption of innocence, also yes. But let's compare sermons to practice.
And I'm humbly grateful to God and the good citizens of Tarrant County. And if you don't enforce the code enforcement of the broken window, then it will lead to other issues. And in California in particular, we saw that narcotics have been made misdemeanors. You folks have let out everybody out of prison.
Right.
And I don't know what the governor expected. With that formula, there's nothing but crime going to go up. Homelessness is going to increase. All of those issues that affect us if we do not hold people accountable.
Tarrant County?
Thank you. Bill Waybourn, Tarrant County Sheriff. And listen, I stand here shoulder to shoulder with these guys because of the evil that is trying to be defeated. But what we are against is this evil that has come out of the dark room of the same place. And we need to put a stop to it. In 2017, when I became sheriff of the third largest county in Texas, the population of my jail, 25% were having difficulty with mental illness. Well, something drastically has changed in Texas because here in 2025, nearly 70% of the jail population is dealing with mental illness. And I talked to the mental health workers over there, and there's no question that this marijuana is at the tip of the spear causing these issues. And guys, we've got a health crisis, a mental health crisis because of this. And if we don't put a stop to it right now, it's going to get further out of hand. And law enforcement across Texas will stand shoulder to shoulder, and we will stand with them. And at the end of the day, we'll go after the bad guys that have corrupted what was meant to be a compassionate, sound medical program.
So Sheriff Bill says, break the law, face consequences. He also says the real issue is drugs, drugs, drugs. Meanwhile, mental health crisis because of the drugs. Those folks get the stainless steel spa package at the Tarrant County Jail, the one he calls one of the best, while nearly 75 people have died in his custody since 2017 on his watch. Best at what exactly? And while regular people get hemmed up for interference, translation, pointing a camera at a public official, like Manuel Mata the other night. The sheriff's own kid, lightning fast release, and 6 months later, the public still squinting at the docket like it's a Magic Eye poster. Spoiler alert, to this day, his son still has not had charges filed on him. Hey Bill, quick pop quiz. Is accountability a universal policy, or is it just a family discount code? Yes. Commissioner Elisa Simmons with the press release of the year. Look how beautifully the system works. Sure, if your last name rhymes with Waybourn and the arresting zip code ends in Arlington, don't get it twisted. This isn't about punishing William Lucas Waybourn Jr. for having mental health challenges. We actually believe in treatment, care, and due process. Wild concept, I know. This is about the sheriff who preaches consequences and blames everything on drugs, but somehow can't find the same compassion, speed, or transparency for anyone else in a mental health crisis who doesn't share his last name. Meanwhile, inside the best jail in America, according to, well, Bill, dozens of people have died since he took office in 2017. But hey, if you brand it as consequences, I guess the public's just supposed to clap like trained seals. Here's the core issue. Equal protection under the law. The sheriff swore an oath to protect people in crisis, not warehouse them until the worst happens. Then hold a press conference about drugs, like it's a magic spell that makes leadership barriers disappear. Bill talks like he runs the people. Reality check, Bill. The people elected you to run a department, not a dynasty. If you can lecture us about consequences, then your own house doesn't get a VIP lane while the rest of Tarrant County gets the perp walk package for filming with a phone. So here's the Civic's portion of the show. Recall him. Demand his resignation. And next election, vote in a sheriff who understands that mental health care isn't a slogan. It's a duty. Equal justice isn't controversial. It's the baseline. Unsure? Let's roll the montage. But before we go, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, slap that notification bell, consider becoming a channel member, or drop a donation to keep these records requests and this investigation into favoritism and corruption rolling. And now, Sheriff Waybourn, what do you have to say about your jail and your son's arrest?
Yes, sir. And so my perspective is until we get a handle on those things where people have the courage to boldly say, we got to watch Johnny and hold him accountable, I am very hesitant to limit rights where it's law enforcement based and it has some very good due process points. But I think that we look at the person and that we do these profiles and we deal with mental illness. I think the country has lost a little bit of its moral compass.
Yeah.
Our moral compass as a whole is off, that we are accepting more things. And again, going back to there's been little or no consequences for some of these things.
Right.
Harnessing, diminishing, limited our civil rights. Our forefathers knew what they were doing. We want those people taken care of and getting new starts in lives. And I see good, hard-working people coming out and saying, how can we help? In my jail today, we have about 4,300 inmates. 80% of them will have three things in common. One, they've never had a father in their life. Two, they don't have a high school education. And three, they're motivated by narcotics of some sort, that they're either an addict or they're a user of it, or they're involved in the drug trade. So those three things are happening. Is our children that are being raised by the street, they're going to end up seeing somebody like me. At the drug trade, you've got an abundance of fatherless children, and then you have DAs like you just spoke of. Well, sometimes the legal system appears to fail miserably. What you need to remember is it's your neighbor, it's your friends, it's the people across town from you that are called judges and lawyers and cops. And really, I got to tell you that all the judges that I know, all of the all the lawyers that are in the courtroom that I have done business with have been people of going, hey, we really are just seeking justice. We are seeking out to make sure that due process is done, which our Constitution applies to, and making sure that fair play is here. But at the end of the day, especially in the criminal world, sometimes it is just the judgment of the guy in the black robe or girl in the black robe that says, I think this is what's fair. Look at our system, and it is beautifully exceptional. Kids in our county that need adopting, give them homes forever, because that's the key here.
Yeah.
That they have homes forever. Right here in Tarrant County, in our greater Tarrant County, we probably have right now as I speak 300 kids eligible for adoption, and nobody's taking them. Well, I think there's several things, and one, talking about the jail, is we're always laser focused on making the jail a better place. And when I say making it a better place, it's using technology to make sure that our inmates are safe, make sure that people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. All of those things are going on as we speak, and we're going to continue that. We believe we have one of the best jails in the country. And in some of the things that have gone on, and I think it's been some political grandstanding with some of the criticism, but I think that we will continue to be very, very good in high marks to our peer group and also to our state inspections. And I think we're going to have an exciting 4 years. Up there, when you hunt them down, where was Dad? You are absolutely right. Here's the deal.
Watchdog.